This here is a muscadine grape that I'm growing here in a container in zone 6B. And the reason I'm growing it in this container is because I don't want it to die out here in the winter. So I came through to get rid of all the weeds in here. I potted and put some chicken compost in it. It's growing beautifully. And this was given to me by a very dear friend and content creator, Lashes Journey. And I just want to make sure that I'm able to keep it alive, healthy, and thriving. But as I came through and I'm pulling, I'm like, why does this look so familiar? And sure enough, it was a pepper tree. I do not know what variety of pepper this is, but it's got roots on it for sure. And I just bat this back like this and realized that there were a bunch more pepper trees in here. Isn't this nuts? So I didn't put these seeds here at all. So I have 1, 2, 3, and this fourth one that I pulled out. So what I'm gonna do is pot these, and I'm gonna be overwintering them. Absolutely, because these here that I'm growing in containers, I overwinter them. As you can see, very old stock on these. And I have a lot of peppers that I'm overwintering also because I do grow them in containers, and so I'll be taking them indoors for the winter to overwinter them. These are going to be potted and join the gang of peppers. Yep, if I didn't plant it and nature has given it to me and I think it's worth growing, I'm growing it. Now over here, this grape plant was indoors, so however these pepper plants, these pepper seeds got in here, I don't know. It was not intentional, but the universe is just giving me a message. So I'm gonna plant them and keep them growing, because why not? I'm probably gonna get a few 5-gallon buckets and I'm gonna pot them right in there. But the only thing is that when I am labeling these after potting them, I'm gonna have to give them a name. So I'm just gonna call them pepper randoms. And that's about it. Well, until they produce and I can identify what variety of peppers they really are. Alright, so I got my buckets lined up. Well, the holes are already pre-drilled. I grew in this before, probably some potatoes or something that was like an annual or so. But no, this bucket is available, so I'm gonna I have like 3 containers of soil that I also grew in last year, probably potatoes or ginger or something of the sort. So I'm gonna reuse this soil here. Put some soil in the bucket. And to these buckets, you already know that I'm heading to my compost pile. To get some of this good aged chicken compost. Make sure I add some worms in there. We need them worms. They're gonna be going in the bucket. Hey, get back here. Don't you try it. You're coming with me. You're coming with me. Come on. Come on. You don't want to come? You're coming. Alright, so I have the full bucket here that I've prepared with the soil. Now I have the compost right here that I'm going to add to the bucket and mix the soil in. Get it incorporated, mix in to enhance that soil, because remember, these are young seedlings and they do need that boost, especially now that I'm going to be transplanting them from the position that they're in right now. So we're going to mix this in. And I'm going to do that with all the buckets. mix it in. We have some earthworms down in here because all we have in here is just natural materials that they're going to enjoy and feed off of. And that's also going to, you know, be good for them to work that soil while they're in there and enhance the plant, giving it a good boost. And of course I have some, oh, you better get down in there. Put some rainwater in it. I have a rainwater catchment system, but I do have some rainwater in this bucket that I'm going to use to water that in. Alright, so now I'm going to carefully go in and remove these pepper plants, and as you can see there are roots coming off the side here, so that's a good thing. With that boost from that soil that I just boosted up a little bit with the chicken compost, they are destined to do well. See that? So I'm not going to plant it very deep in the bucket because I want to leave some soil space at the bottom there for those roots to go down. And in the bucket we have like about quarter space left at the top, so I can always add more soil to that. This pepper plant is definitely going to send out roots along the stalk of the plant right here if I were to cover it up with some more soil. So I'm really not worried about the space in that bucket. As you can see, it's already sending out. And if you look on this little piece of branch that's growing off to the side, it's ready to even send out more roots there. You see that? Little nodules. So I'll probably cover that up too in some soil. That would give the plant some more stability. Alright, now I'm going to prepare the next hole in here. Remove the next pepper plant. And they're not hard to be removed because I guess the seed was just sitting on top of the soil in here. So it just took root right where it landed. And the roots are not very deep in there. But honestly, guys, these pepper plants, they're looking good. They're looking really good. Look at this. Whatever plants they are, yeah, we're growing. We are growing. That's what we do. We're growing. All right, now for the final one. All right, now for the final one. Stick my hand in there. It's not deep. Roots are established. I'm not worried about them because there's not much damage to it because it was so shallow in that planter. Oop, I didn't make the ditch here for them. So we're going to plant this final pepper, and they are going to be in this 5-gallon bucket. They're going to be growing. I will be overwintering them. I'm going to now go ahead and water them in. The soil is pretty moist, especially, you know, what I removed from the from the compost pile. Trying to do this with one hand and trying to record it does not turn out graceful all the time. And once these plants send out flower buds, I'm going to give them another boost of chicken compost. And I have some eggshells here that I've been saving up. I'm going to crush this up and let it soak in some water so that the calcium will be deposited into that water, and it's good for the plants to build the cellular walls of both the leaves and the fruit. That prevents bottom end rot in peppers and also in tomatoes and any plant that need calcium. Okay. This is going to drain down and go right through. So I have enough room in these 5-gallon buckets to add some more soil or chicken compost in there if I choose to do so. As for the grape plant, I am going to add a little boost of chicken compost in there also, because these peppers were feeding off the same soil that this grape is growing in. And what that means is that they were competing for nutrients from the same source, which is why I had to remove them and apart them to their own containers so they can have their own nutrient bank feeding from. Now as for this grapevine, I'm going to give it a bit of a boost when I apart it to a bigger container, because that's what I was about to do when I discovered those pepper plants. I'm sure I'll be happy then, because it wouldn't have to compete with those pepper plants for nutrients. This is all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel and you enjoy my content, please go ahead and do so. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload.